My dear students, we have to discuss each steps of the interview one by one. Here is a sequence once again, just to give you a review. Make introductory remarks, that is the step one. Then you have to ask questions. Then you have to answer questions if someone is asking. Then you have to provide information about the job and the organization. And at the end, you have to inform the applicant as to what happens next. But keep one thing in mind, this sequence can be changed except the first point, because the first point need to be necessary and it always need to be on the first agenda. And the rest of the 4 points, particularly second, third and fourth, can be changed. And the fifth one can also not be changed because it is about informing the applicant as to what happens next. So first and last cannot be changed, but rest of the second, third and fourth can be changed. The sequence of these questions can be changed. The sequence of these phases can be changed. It is totally up to you that what is your agenda and what you want to achieve through this particular interview. So let's talk about first phase, that is make introductory remarks. This phase may seem unnecessary sometime because both parties, means interviewer and interviewee, means applicant, know it's a job interview. But it still is very much important to talk about introductory phase. But the way in which information about the process is conveyed sets the tone for the meeting. Because you're starting a formal meeting for an hour, so it is better to set a tone for a meeting. It is better to be a little formal during the interview. So it gives you a very good advice and it would give you a very good impressions to the applicant that he is a part of a formal interview setting. And it alerts the applicant as to what to expect over the next hour or so. So you are actually telling about the expectations of an interviewer to the applicant, and applicant would be alert that this is a very formal kind of setting and that his performance in such kind of interview would be very much beneficial for his career and he can be the part of this company if he is very much interested to join the company. Here is an example of how you might start. So you can say, good morning, Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Saqib, my name is Babar. I'm going to be interviewing you for the position of marketing representative with Vash Enterprises. So in just this one paragraph, there is a lot of information. One information that what is the name of the applicant, and you are calling the applicant with the name, with the formal name. Second, you are telling you about your name. Then you are saying that why you are here. You are saying that I'm interviewing you for the position of marketing representative. My dear students, sometimes people are applying for so many positions in one organization. So there are different kinds of interview for each kind of position. So it is very much important to talk about the position. It is very much important to tell applicant that now your interview is for marketing representative of the company of Vash Enterprises. I'll begin by giving, then you'll say as an interviewer, I'll begin by giving you an overview of the company and then ask you some questions about your background and qualification. So it is very much important to give an introduction of your company. If it is a Virtual University of Pakistan, it is very much important to give little brief introduction of the Virtual University of Pakistan, the number of the degrees the Virtual University of Pakistan is offering, the number of the programs they have, their faculty, and their overall agenda for the next 5-10 years. So brief introduction of the company or the organization or the university is very important if you are interviewing. And then you ask you some question about your background and qualification, which can be asked later. Then I'll describe the responsibilities of the job, that what you need to do in particular job. What is the job responsibilities of the marketing representative in this particular company? At that point, I'll answer any question you may have about the opening and the company. I use the word you may have. It is not always necessary that applicant would ask question from you. But applicant may ask question about the job opening and the company. And if he is asking question, then obviously it is your responsibility to answer. So you are giving comfort to the applicant that as an applicant, you can ask several questions about the job opening and the company as well. This is highly structured approach that can come across as overly formal unless accompanied by the appropriate body language and tone of the voice. So it is overly formal and it must be accompanied by an appropriate body language and the tone of the voice, which is very much important to give a positive impression to the applicants about the company and yourself. Certainly, with this format, there will be no doubt as to what the interview will cover. New interviewers tend to favor such kind of approach because it clearly conveys that the interview is in control. So because interviewer must be in control and he must have a full control on the interviewing process. So such kind of approach is very much favorable to the new applicant. Some interviews have a preferred opening that they use consistently. Others are flexible, quickly assessing an applicant's journal composure and comfort level before beginning and adjusting their approach accordingly. So you have two options. One is a overly formal, fixed language you are talking about for each kind of applicant, and second is a little bit flexible, that you are looking the comfort level of the applicant and then you are putting question according to the comfort level of an applicant. So it's up to you. Practice and develop a style that works best for you is very important. It's important that you are comfortable with the format, as it is for the applicant to feel at ease. If you are not comfortable with the format, obviously it can create problem in a very start of the interview. So you need to put maximum effort to make your applicant in a comfort way, in comfort zone.